Hello, today is Friday, November 20th. We're going to be going over lesson 8 and continuing with our 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication practice. Our learning target, I can solve 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication word problems using partial products. So today we're going to work a little bit more on the word problems to solve 2-digit by 2 digits. Our essential question, why is it important to approach problems using a variety of strategies? Now, this next slide is just introducing us to a Jamboard that your teacher has assigned you to. So we've got some practice on what's called the light fixtures Jamboard. And I will show you in just a minute which one you should be on, because there's 2 of them that are assigned to you by your teacher today. Now, before I show you the specific Jamboard, I want to show you just a little help button. And with this button, again, just like in previous lessons, if you click on the help button, there will be a little short video explaining or reminding you how to use the area model to solve multiplication problems. So if you ever need to go back and look at this, it'll be on this slide for you. Okay, so this is the first Jamboard that you should have up, and there's only one on here. And I'll go on and read the actual problem for you. A hallway light fixture costs $47. A home building company wants to install one of these light fixtures in 36 of the homes in a new neighborhood. How much money would it cost to purchase the light fixtures for all of the homes? So the hallway light fixture costs $47, and the building company wants to install these light fixtures into 36 homes. They're $47 each. So we know it's going to be a multiplication problem. The question is, how much money will it cost to purchase the light fixtures for all of the homes? And down here, the question, there's another, it says it will cost how much money to purchase light fixtures. You just put your answer in there, but I want you to show your work right here. Okay. For this one, you can use whatever strategy you want, but make sure you got to show your work for the problem. So make sure to show your work. We don't want to just see an answer down in here. So you've had an opportunity to go in and solve the problem yourself using your strategy. So I've gone ahead and used the area model for it. So I've used the area model, and of course your multiplication problem should be 36 times 47, 36 times 47. And you have to decompose both of these numbers. Use the area model, decompose both of these numbers. The 36 I've decomposed, and again, we decompose these numbers, guys, to make them smaller and more manageable into something that's easier to work with. Okay, it's a lot easier to work with 30 and again with 6 than it is to work with 36. 47, same thing, that's been decomposed to 40 plus 7. It's a lot easier to do multiplication using a 40 and a 7 as opposed to just a 47. All right, so those have been decomposed, and my first step, of course, is to multiply the 30 times the 40, and I get 1,200. Now, one easier way to be able to multiply that is you just look at whenever you're multiplying by a number that has 0 at the end, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and so forth. One strategy is to multiply the first numbers, like in this case would be the 4 and the 3. If you multiply them together, you would get 12. And then you would only need to just count how many zeros you have in your original numbers, and you put that total number of zeros in here. So there's 1 0, there's 2 zeros, make sure to put the 2 zeros. That's just one strategy to help you. And then you have 30 times 7, same thing. 7 times 3 is 21. There's only 1 0 that I'm dealing with, so you put that 0 here. And of course, down here in this rectangle, 40 times 6, 240. 7 times 6, 42. And all of those partial products are over here. Added them together, you get 1,692. And that's going to be the cost. $1,692 to purchase the light fixtures. So you can pause the video as often as you like to go back and make any corrections to yours. So the next few slides are just to here to get us to thinking a little bit more about the area model. So we're going to examine the area model just a little bit more and kind of go through the steps. So we got the steps of the 2 by 2 multiplication area model, and the number that we're dealing with is 36 times 47. First, of course, we decompose those numbers. The 36 has been decomposed to be 30 plus 6, and the 47 has been decomposed to 40 to 7, and then we partition the area. Okay, so we partition the area into sections. So you got one section right here, so you can multiply those two, a section here, one at the bottom, and one here. Okay, and then we write the equations inside of each section to show the partial products. So the equations are written on the inside, and the answer that you get for each of these equations is called the partial product. And then we have to add up all of the partial products to find the actual product. So all of the partial products have been added up over here. Okay. All right. So we've got on our next slide more Jamboard word problem practice. So this is going to be more Jamboard word problem practice, and over here you got the help button, and it's going to give you a short video showing you how to do the area model. And I'm going to bring up the Jamboard that you should be working on for your independent work. So this is the Jamboard that you should be working on for your independent work. There are a total of 6 of them on here. So this is the first one. You got a second one, third one, fourth, fifth one, and I'm sorry, there's only 5 of them. So there's 6 slides, but that 6th one is blank. So there's only 5 actual problems that you should be working on and solving. Okay. And the first one, I'll just read that one. It says the direction: solve each problem with a model. So basically, with the model, you can choose whatever model that you really want to use on here, okay? Whichever one you feel most comfortable with. First one, Magnets or Us sells a magnet set that has 34 different magnetic pieces. If 28 sets are sold in one day, how many individual magnetic pieces are sold in one day, in 2 days? And down here, this is a place for you to put your specific answers. So for the first one, I've actually gone ahead and done it for you, and the actual multiplication problem here for the first part, 34 times 28 is 34 times 28, and I've done used the area model to solve that one. And you have to break apart both of those numbers, so decomposing both of those numbers. Now I've just got the bigger number up top, 34, decomposed to be 30 plus 4, and 28, 20 plus 8, so multiply the 30 times 20 here, partial product of 600, partial product of 80, because 4 times 20 is 80. Over here, 30 times 8, 240. Down here, 4 times 8, 32. So you add those partial products up, you get 952 sold in one day. 952 were sold in one day. But in order to find 2 days, you need to take it another step. So over here, I've done the second part of it. So I've taken the 952, I've decomposed 952 because I know I need to multiply times 2 in order to get 2 days worth. 952 decomposed, 950 plus 2 ones. And you multiply each of those by 2. 2 times 2 is 4, and then the 50 times 2, 100. 900 times 2, 1,800. Those are partial products. When I add those up, I get 1,904. And that's the first one that I've kind of shown you. So go ahead and make sure to complete the rest of them, and make sure to show your work before you turn it in to your teacher in Google Classroom. And our last slide here, just showing you specifically what you need to do for independent work. Make sure to complete the Jamboard activity on the previous slide. Also, work on Khan Academy for 15 minutes, complete your assigned lessons there.